Hello guys and welcome to the 7th episode of my video project Vedastein. I'm as always glad that you once more turned on, I don't know, found your way to this video. Now today we're going to continue working on the countryside as we did as we started with the west area in the last episode. Today we're going to build let's say a village, or actually we're doing the village within the next 3 episodes, including this one, so this episode and the next 2 episodes, so to say. And after that we finally can continue working on the old town and on the inner city of Vedastein. Now let me first say that as always, there is a timestamp in the description if you don't want to see the process of building the whole village, but only want to see the final result. And if I may say so, I'm actually quite satisfied with the end result of it. Now, with the village here, it doesn't have a name. As of now, if you have a good name for it, you might just write in the comments, and if it works out if it fits in the village, then we might use it. When it's about this village, I used the small town or big village, I don't know how it is classified, of Altdöbern in the lower Lusatia region of Germany. It is a not very special village, I guess you could say it. It's just it has a church in the middle, some houses around it, and a castle, and that's kind of the look I also wanted to achieve here. So in the middle of this village we have a church. I used my St. Mary's church. This is a Baroque church, so you can say that the village is a bit older, so minimum 400 years, which I guess is a normal age for a village of that size. The buildings around the church will be mostly vane builds, low commercial and the lower levels of the residential houses, which actually fit very well in this setting. So I was very glad to use them. And then we'll have just a few of my Renaissance buildings, and then the castle, but that will be in the next episode, and I don't want to spoil it too much. Now here, this Bundesstraße, the state road, I guess, the national road, makes a turn here. I don't know if that is that realistic, but I really like the look that when you're driving out of the city of Vedastein and on top of the highlands here, we have this very long national road, and because of the fact that it's very straight, I guess you would see the church of this village from basically when you're entering the highland region. And I really liked it that you drive directly to this church and then around this area. I don't know if that's that realistic, but still I like the look. And here we start with some detailing on the church area. It's nothing special in terms of details, to be honest. I don't know if I can keep this level of detail or if I have to place fewer props and decals. I like it how it looks, how it currently looks with all the details and decals I can plop. But I don't know if I can keep it. Especially later you will see it when I build the normal village houses. The suburban is the wrong word. The usual family homes. I use quite a lot of props. Later on, I tried to get around this high usage of props by creating local versions of the houses that have some props already installed in them, but you will see what I mean later. But here again, with the road markings and these street signs, it's quite a lot of maybe unnecessary details, but to be honest, it looks good, and I really like placing all those road markings and street signs, because it gives this right look, I guess. Here is what I said, a few of my Renaissance houses. So this would be the really old core of the village. The castle will be directly behind it or next to it, depends on how you see it. So you can imagine what is the old core and what was the extension to the village during the, I guess, 1800s, late 1800s, which would be Fane-built houses mostly. Just so you have a picture of the village of the story of the village, if you can follow me in that point. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, but doesn't matter. And when I see this village as it is here, I really wish I would have had this back in the days when I had my Christmas special, because I imagine it would have looked pretty nice to have the Christmas tree and pyramid and all those Christmas market stalls here on this little marketplace. But maybe at the end of 2018, if Cities Skylines still exists in the way it does now, we can do that. But on that point, I guess the whole town of Vedastein will be ready, so we might do a Christmas special over there. But it's still so much time until that point, so I don't think it makes sense to talk about that now. Now here, just a few house blocks. I don't know, that's how we call it in German. I don't know if that works in English. Sorry if it doesn't. Again, here with the level of detail, I detailed quite a lot in these backyards, I guess. And I don't know if I can keep this level of detail also with the tables here. But when it's about those seating areas for maybe restaurants, I might do that in the future. Just some ploppable areas with already installed umbrellas and chairs and tables to plop in the old town, but also here. So on the one side, people actually use it to sit down, but of course also to save the prop limit, because I really like that project. It's really fun to build all this, to build in this area, to build villages, but also a middle-sized town. And so I don't want it to end it too early on the maybe 20th episode just because of the prop limit. I want it to end when it really is finished, when maybe the map is pretty big, but when, I don't know, 60-70% of the map are finished, and that, so I can say yes, it is finished and I can do another project, if Cities Skylines is still a thing. Until then, I don't know. But yeah, let's not talk about the end of the project. It is still in the very beginning. It works as it should. And when it's about the pop limit, I am currently at, I guess, 6,000 or 7,000. So we have now about 10% of the props used. And when you think of the fact that this is the 7th episode, theoretically we might be able to do 70 episodes. Even though I don't think we will we will do 70 episodes in the end, but yeah, it would make sense based on the numbers currently. But who knows? Now here we are, well, let's say ready with the core of the village, and starting into the suburbs is maybe not the right word, but into the normal housing, in the lower density housing, I don't know. I'm glad that I can use Los Geckos Belgian houses here, because they also fit very well, and they have, because of their facades, they have a bit of a Lusatia feel to them, which isn't necessarily the region this project is based on, but it fits in a style, let's say so. What you see here is, trying to use vanilla houses, but I included that part with the reason, just so you see that it's no fun using vanilla houses when you're for detailing, because you have to remove or you have to replace basically all vanilla props and trees on those houses, and that it's really no fun. So that's why you will see it in just a few seconds. I spent half a day because the game needed crazy long times to save it. I created local versions of some of Los Geckos houses, but also of some vanilla houses that already have, well, good props in them and quite some, let's say, variety. And I'm really glad that some time ago Los Gecko made his generic French houses, because they really fit in the style here. Sadly, there are no older village houses, older single family homes, only these modern houses by Los Gecko. I mean, they look great and I really love to use them, but they are very modern, and only using them in an old village that doesn't quite fit very well in the whole scenario. So if you have any ideas, just write them in the comments. I'd be very happy about it. If not, maybe I have to do my own stuff. I mean, I have some ideas when it's about village houses, because this area is just an hour away from my home, and in the summer I'd really like to visit the original Vedastein, so to say. And it would be no problem to take some photos of village houses and make them for the game, because they have some really beautiful buildings over there. Oh damn it, you just saw OBS. Doesn't matter. There were some really good buildings, and now here I really like that. Here you see, for the first time, you see the logo of the local beer brand Vedasteiner. Because if that's a region in Germany with a long history, of course we need a local beer brand. And that's it. Sven Berlin was so kind as to send me the data for his umbrellas and pub signs and separators, and I'm happy that I can use it. I'll upload it eventually at some point in the future. He already said that he has nothing against it, which I'm quite happy about. The logo of this beer brand is not very, let's say, professional, I guess, because I'm actually nowhere near professional graphics artist. I can do what I can do, and yeah, I might improve my skills in the future, but for now it's enough, I guess. Here we are just building the village, I guess, just placing a few houses and so on. I really have some nice ideas for buildings I might do in the future that fit the small town style, but also the village style. But currently I don't have time, because you have to know, in 3.5 weeks about, my final exam starts, so I have to learn quite a bit in the next time. So it might be even possible that a few episodes of Vedastein can't go online, because I simply don't have time. I don't hope so, but we'll see. And here you see what I meant with my local version. So I plopped all these houses, and those are local versions of sometimes vanilla houses, sometimes of Los Geckos houses, that I made for this village, but of course also for other villages in this project. I don't think that I'll upload those, because to be honest I don't see the point, and I didn't make them. That's the main reason. Those are not my houses, and I don't want to upload stuff that's not made by me. That's just against my personal rules, if I may say so. Now here you see what I meant with the problem, because I played here. That's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. Placing path decals, and trees are no problems, but hedges in between the lots, I guess, the housing lots, and let's say the prop count isn't happy about that. Let's see what the future will bring for that, how we can avoid that. Maybe doing some networks out of those. I already did that for the next episode that I already recorded. Over there we have some some of Ronix's river decals as network. Again, I won't upload this, but that's just another way to save the problem, which is actually one of my biggest concerns about that series. It's not very good, but well, what can you do? What can you do? Now when you see the gardens of those houses, they are a bit, empty, I guess you could call it. And that's because on the one side, again, the problem, and on the other side, there isn't that much stuff on the workshop that you could place in those gardens. But the general look is pretty nice, so if you don't look at every garden in detail, but only on the whole design of those houses, it looks actually very good. and I was surprised when I moved the camera along this small street here. It looked pretty authentic to have all those houses and different fences to the road and so on. I was surprised. I was really surprised that I achieved a look that, yeah, authentic, that realistic compared to real German small towns wrong, but villages, I guess. Even though the houses are very modern, but for now it's pretty okay. And if I remember right, there's not that much time left in the time lapse. And we're basically doing the same stuff as the whole time, meaning detailing. It's mostly only detailing. Behind these houses I plopped 2 big fields, and yeah, I like those 2, or yeah, you'll see it just in a few seconds. I like those fields that I plopped here more than those I plopped in the last episode. And they look really good in the background of the village, and that's why in the next episode we'll do the castle and the castle park, and of course a few village buildings. And in the it will be the 9th episode, then we'll do fields and farms around the village. And to be honest, I'm pretty excited about that, because yeah, I think it will look pretty good. Now for now, I'd like to say thank you for watching this. It was, yeah, great to do this as always. Thank you for, I just said thank you for watching this, didn't I? Meh, okay. Well, however, I'll leave you for now. If you liked the video, please like it, that really helps a lot. Please share it. If you have any remarks, if you have any ideas for this series or for this village, just feel free to write them in the comments. As long as it's possible, I will read every comment, and of course I will also answer every question down in the comments. And if you were new here, please subscribe to my channel if you like it, of course. If not, then you don't have to subscribe, that would be nonsense. Hit the bell to be, in order to be notified when I upload a new episode. Follow me on Twitter, and I guess if there is nothing more to say, I would leave you for now, and bye.